The way it works is this. It's not like products are pulled off the market. It's that products aren't developed. So you'll never realize what isn't there. When you go to the hospital and you have a heart attack, the next new device isn't on the shelf. Literally, you could be dead as opposed to saved. And that's exactly what is happening in medical device land. Because of what the government's trying to do, fewer devices are being developed, fewer things are on the shelf, fewer advances are happening in medical devices. My name's Howard Root. I'm the former CEO of Vascular Solutions, which is a medical device company that I started in Minnesota in 1997. With 100 medical devices, we had a wide range, but they were all solutions for vascular medicine. So the short kit was one version of the 80 versions of the Verilase product, which was one product of the 100 products that Vascular Solutions sold. So this was an insignificant product. It represented 0.1% of our sales. You know, this whole case came about because all of a sudden one day I get a subpoena from the government. And it's one of those things that nobody ever expects to get. If you're a good, law-abiding citizen, you never think the government is going to send you a subpoena acting like you're going to be criminally investigated. So what the government accused us of doing was a sales rep talking about using a legally sold product for treating a perforator varicose vein rather than a saphenous varicose vein. They said that if a salesperson says the word perforator, it turns the sale of a legal medical device that's been cleared by the FDA into an illegal, felony, criminal violation of the FDA law just by saying the word perforator to a doctor.
Making it a crime to share truthful information about a lawful product is not only bad policy, but it's unconstitutional. The First Amendment protects people's freedom of speech, and the United States Supreme Court has said time and time again that information is not harmful, especially when that information is truthful. People need to have more information so that they can make informed decisions, not less. What the FDA is doing is taking important information away from doctors and away from patients.
The government wanted to find a CEO that they could go after and convict as a message to every other CEO that you don't mess with us. So they could destroy me, they could destroy my company as an example for all the other medical device companies out there to do exactly what the FDA wanted.
What started out as a dispute over the extent to which company salespeople could discuss the lawful uses of their product has now become a felony criminal case based on this notion of misbranding, of misrepresenting the FDA-approved uses of the product. And again, it's important to remember that these are lawful uses of the product.
The trial was in San Antonio in February 2016, and that was after 4.5 years of going through this process of battling the government. And you get to the trial and you've just been getting beat on by the prosecutors left and right. You've been paying lawyers every single month, millions of dollars. And you get there and you think, is anyone ever going to take your side? You start this process thinking the prosecutors are going to be interested in truth and justice, and you quickly get dispelled of that. Then you think there's a supervisor in DC who's got to be able to see these guys and change what they're doing, and you're dispelled of that. And then you think there's a judge who's going to be involved, who's going to stop this nonsense. That doesn't happen. Then you get in the courtroom, and you think you've only got one more line of defense. If the jury says guilty, you're going to prison. We knew that the jurors were on our side and they weren't going to convict us, and that's what happened. My big takeaway from this case is that people won't do what I did 20 years ago. To start a medical device company from scratch, to get the financing, to hire the people, to get the ideas, to bring the medical devices. It's just something that when you add the complexity of the compliance and the risks of what's going on and the expense, it's just that many more device companies that won't be created because of what's going on with prosecutions like mine. So about a half hour after the verdict came in, Lisa, who was alternate juror number 1, sent me this email. In all my life, I have never feared the government. Unfortunately, I will never feel that way again. What the federal government did to you, your company, and your employees is nothing short of criminal.
What we've done at the Goldwater Institute is come up with a state solution. It's a very simple proposition. It's called the Free Speech in Medicine Act, and essentially what it does is it says that the First Amendment means what it says. Free speech is protected, and pharmaceutical companies have free speech rights to share truthful, helpful information about their products with doctors and with insurance companies so that patients ultimately have all of the tools at their disposal in order to make good medical decisions.